Let's have a kiki.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
You say that with that.
Without you by my side, I can't survive. I found a picture we took many years ago, when I said to you we would never grow old. Messages I've saved that I never sent, 'cause I don't know you, but I used to back then. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time. Found yourself away out of this small town. Got a place at school you didn't hang around. Every day you're far away, these streets don't feel the same. Everywhere is painted with your name. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here.
Bonjour. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Today is October 21st, 2024, 7:39 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, 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 hello. Good to see you all. Good to see you all. I came on this channel. I usually go on this channel during the day, but obviously I have kind of the Leilani Simon trial going on right now. And all of that stuff's going on. So that's taking up literally most of my day. Um, so yeah. Thank you for that, Carla. I just replied. Jessica, thank you so very much for 6 months. Thank you, my darling peacock. Good to see you. Good to see you. Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour. Hello. Y'all are so cute. Can't take it. I just dropped a little 40-second video on my chickens. Yes, my chickens. Um, all of that. Oh, hello, Brittany. Hold on. I need to fix this. 1 second. Um, anything going on today? Anything going on? I have literally been in the Leilani. Um, you lived your chicken. You loved it or lived it? Loved it or lived it? Okay. There we go. 1 second. Okay. There we go. All right. So, I did hear that they canceled the yes, we are sweeties. Someone said 9. I know, but I'm not going to make it. If I started at 9, I wouldn't going to make it today. Mondays are difficult. Yes, press conference canceled for tomorrow from what I understand. I saw that on Twitter or formerly Twitter. Now it's X. And I guess it says for security. So that is how it is. I don't know where the threats or whatever it is was coming in. If you do know, please don't say it in chat. Please don't. But I think it's going to just strengthen their case. Probably. I think it's probably just going to strengthen their case, to be quite honest with you. How do you know if you're in that filing, the 50 non-named John and Jane Does? Like, how would you know? That's what I don't understand. Like, if you're not, I mean, you thought you'd be served? I don't know. So they are doing it the morning of the court date. So I guess whenever they schedule that court date, that's when they'll know. They'll know because they are a part of it. And they will be surprised when they are named. Guilt eating at some, you think? I don't know. I think you would be notified. Brittany, do you know anything of like how? Just curious. Us. For the marching band? Yeah, it's supposed to be at a later presser. Oh, Dusty girl, if she probably is, I'd figure. Um, she's going hard, and she will. Molly, Nick has confirmed it is a threat, Justin. Okay. Okay. Molly, she's not monetized or anything right now, so she's just doing her thing. Smiley, how are you, darling? How are you? Are you okay? No whispering, not at all. No, no. They 50 are channels and people that the two align with along with the panels. Lisa, thank you so, girlfriend. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. Really do appreciate you. Um, thank you, my love. If you received one of those teacups, make sure you give our sweet Lisa a big thank you. Thank you, my lovey doveys. What happened? What happened here? Really appreciate that, my darling. True Sleuth as well, Justin. They would not know until they have to appear in court. I believe they would be then notified, but are not told because the investigators are still gathering evidence. So, I mean, there's like, I like, we obviously know the two that's named on there, right? But what I'm saying is, and I get what you're saying, but there are even creators out there right now. I'm not talking about the two that's named on there. I'm talking about the ones that are not named on there. They're already doing GoFundMe's and donations and stuff when you don't even know if you're on there or not. You okay, Smiley? 50 names on the last. He told the 50 names on the last live? He did? They know because they are involved. I mean, to be honest with you, I mean, I would think you would know, like in yourself, right? Michigan was mentioned too. The one from Virginia got one. No, he didn't. Their name is in the exhibits, I was told. Well, I mean, yes, there is, like, if you look at this, it will name people, right? It'll name, I'm looking at it. So let's go with just a random one here. Is this the exhibits? No, that's not the exhibits. 1 second. Maybe it's this one. Oh, let me just go to that website. How about that? That would be easier. All right. So here's the why does it say I'm forbidden? I don't appreciate that. I just try to download it and it says I'm forbidden. Oh, well, I've already got it downloaded. Here you go. It says I was forbidden to enter that. Justin Nick said 10 more are being served in their state. Nick's team are filing in 10 states this week. I'm just telling you guys, like, listen, Dolly didn't say he got one. I think it's what you mean. He said he was preparing in case he got one since he was mentioned in some exhibits. What's hindsight say? Oh, thank you, True Sleuth. I appreciate you. I was live all day. I was live all day. Not the, but I lost my monetization on that video in the first 10 seconds of me speaking because I cussed. I was like, God. Okay. Thank you so much, Truth Sleuth. Very generous of you. When you read all of the exhibits in the lawsuit, in my opinion, there are names listed that I would assume believe they may be part of the 50 names listed. Maybe there are people associated with those names who are also assuming they may be part of it. I mean, you know, I think, if you've, been one to call, like if you called someone the P word, like if you called Seth the P word, I would assume you would probably be getting one. Um, Stuff like that, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. Um, they are cracking down prior to election, y'all. Oh, thank you, Lisa. That's really sweet. Listen, I don't talk about anybody. Like I really don't talk about anybody on my lives. They can talk about me, but I'm not talking about them. Um, Maybe it's creators and their mods. I don't know. Brittany can't tag everyone, guys. And trust me, I understand. She does that service for me when I'm in her chat. She's like, guys, Justin says he loves you, but he can't tag everybody. He's on his phone. It's not that we don't want to. Um, I apologize. Um, I everyone is just became a lawyer and just understands law now, apparently, which is interesting. Really, Cassie. Yeah, I don't call anybody anything like that. Ever. Ever. Um Guys, if somebody said something, please do not respond to it. Please. We are too classy for that. Hey, hindsight. How are you? But like, okay, let me look at this. Let me look at this for a second. So if I look in this exhibit, right, and I'm looking at, for instance, Tony's, he says, he mentions the P-foots in here. He mentions, I'll just say BBQ. Um, who else? But she's already like the main, one of the main ones. So I don't understand about the 50. Like who, cuz I know like people's like, you know, I've got one or I'm getting one or something like that and I'm like, "Well, how do you know if it's just a John or a Jane Doe? Do you get a formal invitation before court?" Yeah, mods will take care of those. Don't worry about them. There are some other exhibits there that allegedly are part of. If anybody wants to call in, they can call in today, by the way. There are about allegedly 19 individuals listed in the exhibits and filings. Okay, so there's going to be, how many did you say, 19? So like 31? Sure, I read that there are mods involved. Wow. Have to be, hey, sweetie.
Hello. Can you maybe fix what's going on? Nobody can see me in chat. It's been going on all afternoon.
Nobody can see you in chat.
No, it started about midway through the Lilani trial.
Are you on Clutch them? Are you on Hey Sweet Tea right now?
Yeah.
What's your screen name again? I can't remember what your screen name is.
Rammers, aka Mini Panthers.
It's
Rammers, R8.
Well, I seen you earlier type something in chat now. Hey,
Okay,
War.
let me try it now. Okay. Sorry, but it's just so frustrating not to be able to participate with everybody.
Justin Sherb, I believe this evening.
Okay, let me see. Can you see me now? Oh, there. Nice. Well, I can see me, but can anybody else see me?
Did you type it?
I did.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. This has been going on all afternoon, and I
Anissa,
my computer.
Anissa, did you change your screen name? What's going on here? Can you text me your link to your channel?
Me?
Yeah.
Just
the link to your profile. Yeah, text that to me and I'll be able to fix it that way.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I love Minnie Panther. She's so sweet. Something's going on. Something's going on. Did Anissa change her profile or something? Because she's normally a mod. Unless it's a different Anise. I would be no help. I'm not from the same country. Yeah, well, it probably wouldn't apply to you. I mean, I guess if you were like a mod, something has been going on. My original got blocked, so I come here on my alt. I don't understand. What's wrong with YouTube, man? What? Oops, sorry. I'm gonna try to see if Mini Panthers is not blocked. Just give me a second. Oh, there you go, Anissa. I got you. That makes no sense. Make sure. I guess that's it. All right, your other screen name should work. It should work now. She was in chat this afternoon. I don't see many Panthers though, but she's going to try to text it to me. There, I read the exhibits, and there is about 20 to 22 people listed. They are not all content creators. Oh, gotcha. What's that? One second, y'all. Okay. All right. Anyway, sorry, guys. They, I heard they were sold, and the new owner was trying to work things out. Who, YouTube? YouTube's not sold. No, no, no. I guess YouTube could be. I mean, it's Google. I mean, that's like one of the biggest companies in the world. But I did hear YouTube was losing money though. But and even after all this, I saw a sub in another chat saying defaming things about Seth Thomas. I mean, I just don't know why people speak in times like this. Like, whether I thought I was going to win or lose, I would not talk. So new owner is trying to work everything out. We're good, Trina. How are you, darling? So it's 50 names or 25. It's named 50. Anissa, you should be good to go. And you should be a mod on the other one. I don't understand why. Hey, Tar, Reality, Susan, HGC. Good to see you, Cassie. Hello, bonjour. Sunflower, Sandra. There's my girl. How are you, darling? Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much, my dear, for becoming a teacup. Really do appreciate you so much. I am so glad Smiley's in here. I'm so glad to see her. I really am. And y'all, please continue to pray for Grace. Um, you know, Grace Paris, our mod, her husband died, and she's really going through it, y'all. She's really, really going through it. And she is, oh, I just got want to cry talking about it because she's just one of the nicest human beings you could ever meet. Just really cares, really cares. Good person. So keep her in your prayers. Cheryl, thank you, my dear. Welcome. Thank you, my love. Really do appreciate you, Cheryl. Welcome to the tea party. And may I say, you look good in a teacup. I don't know why I said that. Thank you, my dear. Connie, Crime Time Buzz showed papers. Oh, Connie, I'm not even going to go over that. No, not with him. No. Mm-mm. 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 But I don't know how he would have filed last night. That's what Mr. E was saying. Mr. E's like, I don't know how he filed last night. We're going to look at something though in a second. Hey, Justin, hope you're well. I sent you 2 important emails. Did you get them? How important were they? Were they really important, or were they really, the deep voice, really important? I'm waiting. I don't know. Did you send him today? I don't know if you're gonna, did you send him today? He is the best left in the bushes, in my opinion. Who's that, Polly? Yes, it's weird to be filed on the weekend. Maybe a lawyer can do that. Maybe you can submit it. Justin, read my text real quick, hun. Does that mean the from? I think so. I think so. You're going to want to see them. Oh. Does the beginning of your email start with an N? Is it titled breaking news? Is that what it's entitled? I was wondering, you might be able to submit it on an online court form. And I don't know, because I mean, I'm one of the YouTubers that'll actually say I don't know a damn thing about court really or anything like that. Like when it comes to this stuff, but I mean, I know a little bit, but I don't pretend like I know any more than anybody else really when it comes to the filing and stuff like that. But the the number on it was the same as the one Nick filed. So would it have the same number? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. I've got a pacer too, but did Smiley, if you need anything, please let us know. Yes. Did the email, does it start with your email NOZ? Is that what it is? That's the only thing that I see two for. Oh, no. I see another one with 2 on it. What is today? Did you send it yesterday? You wouldn't believe like the emails I've got, like people asking me, Justin, are they making a movie? Like, how the hell do I know? They're not making, I know they're not doing anything right now, I can tell you that. They have no intentions of doing it. They're like, he LARPs as an attorney. The clerk has to stamp them all. What time dates? So he didn't file them over the weekend. She said it. Yes, breaking news. Okay. Thank you. Oh, God. What's that? KM. Look at this. Put this in the link. Good Lord. That's terrible. That reminds me of. One second. I need to pop this in the link. Guys, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button. You know you want to. You know you do. Come on. Let's do it. Credit goes to KOMO.
Kind of a repeat from this morning for some of you. The information that I have right now is it's good. It's general. It's preliminary because this investigation is still in its early stages, even though we're hours into this. The information I give out or have given out could change at any time. We want to update it as possible, but things can change day to day, hour to hour, potentially. So with that, let me tell you what happened this morning. King County Sheriff's Office received a few phone calls this morning, 911 calls, about some kind of disturbance with gunfire at a residential house behind us, the 7700 block of Lake Alice Road. On the way out here, so deputies from all over the north part of King County came out here from Sammamish, Snoqualmie Pass, as far as Redmond Ridge, all rushed out here
So
this call. En route, we learned that there was
Listen,
a neighbor who had
listen.
medical experience who was providing aid to an injured individual, presumably who had been shot but was surviving. When deputies got here, they discovered sort of a chaotic scene. But what they did when they entered the property is they immediately took one young male, teenage male, into custody.
5.
There was, in fact, one injured teenager. That teenager was given medical attention and was quickly transported to Harborview Medical Center. When deputies entered the residence and property itself, they discovered 5 deceased individuals inside the home. These included 2 adults and 3 juveniles. I don't have the specific ages
Oh my
of the
God.
juveniles, but I think it's fair to say that they were young teenagers.
That's
Beyond that, I don't know any
terrible.
demographic information on them. Once those bodies were discovered, clearly we understand that this is a hugely significant crime scene. And we started our incident command structure process, where we started determining, first of all, we get the scene safe. Second of all, we determine what resources we need, who we're going to call out, how we're going to replace individuals that have other duties throughout the department. And that really started around 6:30 a.m. and we've been doing that ever since.
Oh.
One of the first steps was to call out our King County Sheriff's Office Major Crimes Unit. They're going to be the lead investigators in this case. They'll live with the case from today until it's concluded sometime in the distant future.
I don't know where it is. Let me see if I can find. That's terrible. King County Sheriff's Office. Spokesman Mike Mellis. Dead inside a home in Fall City. Okay, so this is Seattle area. Seattle, Washington. It's kind of a long video, so I'm not going to play it all, but the link is provided in the description if y'all want to see it. We're going to get to some other things up in here, but that's really terrible. Someone emailed me this, and okay. I need to open these in a different thing, so just bear with me. Okay. We're going to read this. Oh my gosh, y'all sent me something. Cognizance, my lovely. Thank you so very much. Thank you, my dear. Hey, Justin. Hope you are well. I sent you 2 important emails. Did you get them? Is that what you was asking a minute ago? Is that what you was asking a minute ago? I'm sorry if I didn't. I'm sorry. Let me know. Sorry. Coco Honey. Thank you, Coco Honey. My little Coco Honey sweetie. Thank you for gifting a teacup. If you receive that teacup, you give our Coco Honey a big thank you. Really appreciate you, Coco Honey. Cognizant has a baby owl photo as the icon. I sent 2 different emails today. Starts with an NE. There's photos in each. I want to make sure I'm just let me know if this, because I don't see an owl, but I'm pretty sure this is the one you sent. I feel pretty confident in it. This is what I want to share with y'all. So thank you so much, my dears. Love, loves, loves. Justice for Sebastian Rogers. And it states the following. Number 1, does the video of the creeper at Hong's residence have a date? Is guidance in here? Guidance would know. I wonder if it occurred before or after the court date. Let me text guidance. Hold on. Hey, can you come in, sweet tea, a sec? Um, all right. So there's that. I just messaged her to see if. Oh, thank you so much, Coco Honey, for becoming a sweetie. Even sweeter sweet tea. Thank you, my dear. After this court date. That happened before. Welcome to the Sweet Tea family. Yes. Do we have a name for this man sitting behind Chris? Yes, we do. And it is actually a creator. Like me when I'm in motion. Slow motion for me. Slow motion for me. They don't know how much. They really don't, because James, we were talking to Nick the other night, and Nick didn't know how to get out of Hong's Rolls Royce. I'm like, God, that must be a really bad, first world problems, right? First world problems. Someone's got to have them. How do you get out of a Rolls Royce? I mean, the doors are really heavy, and they're the doors that goes backwards, but I can't say what we call them because it starts with the S and ends with the suicide doors, when they go backwards. So, I mean, being trapped in a Rolls Royce, the first world struggles. Damn. Right? Damn. Who would want to get out? I know. Same way you got in, but well, if the chauffeur's not there to open it for you, hello. He's probably in there getting him a cup of tea or something in the Starbucks. Chauffeur, go through the drive-through. Run through the drive-through. Not with the car. You, sir, run through the drive-through. Get your joggers on, mother chicken. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. I am trapped in this Rolls Royce. Rolls Royces, if you've ever seen one in person, they are big. They are big ass cars. And they're almost like an SUV because they're just it's like a tank on wheels. I was buying a car in Atlanta in 2012, 2013 maybe. And Missy Elliott was at the dealership that I was at, and she was buying a Rolls Royce. I was like, damn. Yeah, I'll take the Kia. Oh God. He's with all the on the Rolls Royce are hand printed by one guy. He'll fly anywhere in the world if he wants. Oh, really? Really? They're made by. Yeah, there is no. Yeah, everything is made by hand. Everything is made by hand. Yeah. Yeah. Well, Rolls Royces, they're, you don't have to drive when you own one of those. You are driven. You're driven. Okay. All right. I mean, hell, I would be the chauffeur just to drive one. Okay. Do we have a name? Okay. If Mohawk is in here, Mohawk will know who the creators of the older man. Um, a guy up the street has 2 Rolls Royces in his garage. I live in a decent neighborhood, but not all Rolls Royce, but not a Rolls Royce neighborhood. Thank you, Serenity. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. I'm just saying, if you ever need a guest, whoa, I can do a good share. I emailed you something, Justin. Okay, gotcha. Mohawk, my love, do you know who that older gentleman is? Oh, very interesting. Cool. That's interesting. Okay. Justin, I put that in chat. Okay. The females beside him is suspect as she is wearing sunglasses. Now, I don't know if she's suspect. I've never seen anyone wearing sunglasses in a courtroom before. Maybe she has, I don't know, a doctor's note, or she just didn't give a flying. You know what? Don't really know. But let's continue. Let's continue. Shall we? All right. It says, I wish those of us in court that day had known to pay more attention to this crew that day. At any time, I had never heard of Barbecue Lady or Granny or Queen Bee. I had no idea that they were exit. Who runs this account? Does anyone know? The Justice for Sebastian Rogers were there to support them in court, or would have done to Terry Lynn the day before. I recognize Clue said she lied about me on her live later that day by reporting what I was recording for BHB on my phone. Do we know who does this? The Justice for Sebastian? Oh, it's a group page. You wear your sunglasses in court? That sounds like a pop song. I wear my sunglasses in court, yo. Maybe a rap song. Mother chicken, word to the mother. Sunglass spy. Oh, you might have a point there, Zoot. Yes, because they have them now. You can record on them. Yes. Yes, so cool. I need shades at night. I sleep in my shades. But that's very interesting. R. Taylor, thank you, my beloved. Of course, Sebastian Rogers, and find Sebastian Rogers, bring Sebastian Rogers home. Yes, I appreciate anybody looking for Sebastian, and I don't discriminate when it comes to someone looking for Sebastian. I support you if you are looking. And I think that's how pretty much anybody should be. Um, someone, that's how anyone should be, in my opinion. Hey, Kiwi. Kiwi, do you love me? Instead of Kiki, you get it? Did you get it? Kiwi, do you love me? Are you riding? Tough crowd. Sorry, I'll go and continue. Um, I was also thrown into other channels panels discussion with Terry Lynn and quote accused of planting evidence, including the stained mattress pad behind Worsham's and a black sweatshirt. Someone sent me this, so I'm reading it. I don't know exactly what I'm reading, to be quite honest with you. So we're going to read it together. Um, I did not respond in order to not add fuel to the fire and or give them the energy that I don't have. Let me state, for the record, it would never occur to me to quote plant evidence. What I'll be honest with you, I don't know whoever started the plant evidence thing, but they need to water their brain because I mean, who's going to plant evidence? Who's like seriously? Like if you're planting evidence like outside next to a river or something like that, number one, you're going to leave shoe marks, you're going to leave a scent and all of that stuff, right? But number two, as long as it's not wasn't with Sebastian the day he went missing, how are you going to plant the evidence? And what would it get you? Exactly. The ones threatening the people trying to search for Sebastian, in my opinion. It's, nobody should be threatened uh searching for a 15-year-old child or doing any, thing like that. Doesn't matter who you are. Nobody should be threatened. Nobody should be followed or anything like that. Nobody. And I mean nobody. Uh, I did not mattress pad behind a Worsham's and black sweatshirt. I did not respond in order to not. Okay. Uh, evidence. What? My brain would never go there. My heart would never allow me, even if my brain did. On top of that, I would never. I had never spoken to Seth at the time when I found those. What is scary to me is that now I am learning that one of the PIs was connected to the family in question. I gave the black sweatshirt and a knife that I found behind Worsham's to Heather after police would not take them. She ghosted me. You know, I'll just say something. I mean, clearly, and I don't know who found them or anything, and it's no shade to anybody, but clearly, if they didn't take them, they know a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like, I would think they would know a little bit more. Holiday Mom is out of the loop. Holiday Mom, we need to see you at least once a week. You're getting behind on your homework. I don't like it. We are portable now. You can take us on your phone. What is Rico? It's a Pixar movie. It's a character of a Pixar movie. It is. I was looking up Rico yesterday, and literally that little penguin showed up. I was like, I knew there would be a Rico out there somewhere. Maybe we should do random thoughts that goes through my head. We should do Rico, a penguin from Puerto Rico. You get it? Rico from Puerto Rico. A penguin. They like the cold, but he likes the Caribbean and sunglasses in court. I think it's catchy. I don't know about you, but I think it's catchy. Just saying. Just saying. Okay, where were we? Before I rudely interrupted myself. Um Okay, she ghosted me after that, dropped out of the case, and told me after I relentlessly reached out about it that she gave them to the people in charge and they were trashed. If that's true, if the family was connected to her, not Seth, but the others, did they have her dispose of those items? The stained mattress pad, I gave it to Charlie. Whatever happened to him? What happened to Charlie? Charlie, he was the guy who was looking for. He did? Shut up. Shut up.
Order in the judge room.
Why?
FBI, open up!
I thought he was just an old country bumpkin. Lord. Charlie was that guy. He had kind of like gray hair. Uh he was he left. He got boat left Terry Lynn high and dry. Major grift. Wow. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, Mohawk. I know he started a channel. That's really disappointing. That's really disappointing. He's another Hendersonville local criminal tried to warn Terry Lynn. Oh, troopers. Damn. That is so disappointing, man. I mean, there's. Wow. Wow. That's what I'm saying always late. Not Charlie, really? I don't know why anybody like wants to be remembered like that. You know what I mean? Terry Lynn needed that boat to search. Hold on. Wait a second. So did he buy like a boat and ditched? He was supposed to buy a boat and ditched and bounced? Oh, I'm gonna take this call. Hold on. Hey girl, hey.
Hi.
How you doing? We're live. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure we're on the same page. What's up?
Can you tell me what's going on first, and I'll give you my comments?
Honey, I don't know what's going on. I'm asking you what's going on.
Well, all I'm saying is something about Rico, and Rico's a cartoon character, ain't it?
Yes, it's also a law.
What's the law? What does the Rico law mean?
Not a wall, a law.
What does Rico law mean?
Rico is it's a kind of like an umbrella where it was originally created for the mob. And where they could go after all of them federally, because there was no other way. It's for like racketeering. It's for a group of, just to put it in very simple terms, it's for a group of individuals who are that is conspire, is that the right word, to go in the same direction. How do I say it to her, guys? Rico means y'all done F the F up for sure. Are you there, honey?
Yeah.
Okay, you quiet. You quiet. So I was just making sure. So that's that's pretty much what it is. It's for targeting organizations, racketeering, stuff like that.
Are you referring to Sean Diddy Combs?
No, honey, we're not talking about Sean Diddy.
Okay.
No.
Okay, who are we talking about?
There's there's a couple creators that's named in them. I don't really know. I really don't know.
Does her initials start with BHB?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's been good talking to you.
It's nice talking to you too.
All right, honey. God bless you.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. Well, wasn't that sweet? Guys, let's give her the clap. Probably already has it, but let's give her the clap anyways. Come on. All right. Thank you so much for your call. Appreciate you. She is from Dolly's channel, I think. I think she likes to call in. Okay. I don't think it was Carla. I think it was just, Yeah. All right. What was we even talking about? I don't know what the hell we were talking about. Oh, we were talking about Charlie. Yeah, I knew she wasn't a troll. Yeah, you can tell when it's a troll or not. You got the clap. We got the clap. Reading that email. Oh, that email. Gotcha. I thought you wanted me to check my email or something like that. Charlie. Oh, that's what I was asking y'all about the boat. The boat. Oh, thank you. Hindsight. A fatal paper cut just became a teacup. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. Welcome. Hey Blue Eyes, hey Cognizance, Grammy H, Paper Cut, Looking Beyond, Lakeside Lawyer, Reality Ann, Tashi, Dina Lynn, SL, Carla, Baby Kisses, hello. Charlie was TL's. Yeah, she was the sidekick. But what I was asking was, we do not know if he got the boat, he ghosted Terry Lynn after he got the money. That's what I was asking. Like, he did that to another realm, and Terry, and he did not do that to another realm. Please tell me he didn't do that to another realm. Oh, fatal cut. Thank you. Thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you. You received that. Make sure you thank our very kind of fatal paper cut. Much love, my friend. Justin, I don't know. That's why I asked. No, what I'm saying is, hey, Mally, Whispering D, Dirty Scoop, Christy. What I'm saying is, did he buy the boat? Or did he collected the money, allegedly? Are there any just subscribers or members involved yet that anybody knows of, or just creators and mods? I guess that's so weird. Not that I'm aware of. Hey, Donna. Eternal Madness. Willia. Angie. Connie. He did it to CJ. How much did he get? Oh, God. Hold on. Hello.
Good afternoon, evening, Mr. Justin.
Hello, darling.
I did text you that link, but I wondered if I could maybe talk a little bit about Sebastian's case.
Absolutely, of course. We're here to talk about anything.
I can't chat, so it's like, I ran across something the other day, and it really hit me. It was a saying that says, secrets have a tendency to grow and get very heavy.
What?
Secrets have a tendency to grow and get very heavy.
Chris?
Secrets.
Oh, secrets. Okay.
Yes. Okay, let me get my phone closer to my face. I'm sorry. Yeah, secrets have a tendency to grow and get very heavy.
Yes, especially if you're.
I can only imagine the stress levels in some people's homes.
Well, I mean, clearly the cortisol is there. Yeah. Clearly, respectfully.
Another thing that really hit me is the best lie is one that is mostly truth.
Bingo. Yes, and
that's what's been going on right here.
Bingo.
The best. Yep. Yes.
Yes.
And that just is like, oh, this is absolutely the case. Just a couple other random quick thoughts. Do we know the distance from the house to where he was working at St. Jude? And do we know the distance from that home to whatever RV park he was allegedly staying at?
From St. Jude to where he was staying, allegedly?
From the house to the RV park and to the work site.
What do you mean the house? Like where they're residential?
Yes. At home, do we know the time and distance to both St. Jude's and whatever RV park?
15 minutes.
There's only 15 minutes difference between them?
Yes.
Okay, because I wondered if we could pin down closer if maybe he went straight from the house straight to work. After that 3 o'clock time.
Well, allegedly, from what I understand, to the best of my knowledge and ability, you have to you live he would be closer to work, right? Because he's Yes.
he was making a drive and had to make a stop to dispose of
Oh,
something. And that would put him about the time to work that he claimed he was starting up in the crane, correct?
well, it just depends. It just
It
depends.
kind of makes a lot more sense since he would have not had much sleep for him to just roll to work rather than if he had woken up after 3 hours sleep to go early. So I'm just thinking there's a very good possibility, especially if that was a closer.
Yes, the camper is
destination that he
past the
went
job
to.
site. Yes, that's right.
Correct. Okay. This is my opinion. I believe there was either a Ring doorbell or one of their outside cameras that they allegedly had prior to the disappearance. And that is how he overheard the discussion between Sebastian and the CPS worker. Because my mother was investigated, and they do not allow the parent to be there while the question is being filed by the workers.
Correct.
And
But
there's no way he could have that information.
But this is another thing. This is another thing that I can tell you that happens whenever, because my girlfriend, she works for CPS. Whenever
Right.
CPS goes to the child's school, they go to the child's school first normally. Then they will go to the home. They will also speak to neighbors. If neighbors have any accounts of anything that is going on, they will make them write a statement, and under the penalty of perjury as well. And it will also be in the report.
Okay, good. That's good to know.
So I'm wondering
wondering
if allegedly what Tony said last night is that in the report.
I think it would have to be for him to come out publicly
Mhm.
and proclaim that, especially with all these lawsuits that are being laid out.
Bingo.
I don't think he would just come lay out something
In
like that if he did not have facts.
Is that in your opinion?
That is in my opinion.
Okay.
And in my opinion, Tony's actually growing on me. I think he's a good support for Seth. And he's had some very good points lately. And he's standing up for stuff. And
I think Tony was, I think a lot of us misunderstood a lot of things.
I agree. And I think there's a lot of conversations that get misconstrued very quickly.
Mhm.
And that plays into things. But I don't think Tony's the guy that I felt he was, in my opinion.
I
At the
agree.
beginning of all this.
I agree. I don't think a lot of us gave him a much of a. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to publicly state I was wrong about Tony.
Yeah.
And
I think
I'm
a lot
happy
of
to
us
admit that.
was. Yeah, a lot of us was. I think.
Yeah. Okay, now another thing, in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
I know that there was no child support agreement, but had Seth taken Sebastian
There would have had to been.
and decided that he was not going to return him, and then started looking at what all they have and what they don't have over there, and then if you factor in there's a possibility, we don't know if Sebastian would ever have been able to live out on his own, and if not, that would have made a parent responsible for him or financial arrangements for wherever he was going to be staying.
What do you mean? I don't understand what you're saying. So.
If Seth had gotten Sebastian
Uh-huh.
and decided down the road that, like maybe Sebastian would turn 18, but he still would need parental care.
Oh.
We don't know because of the chromosomal deletion.
Mm-hmm.
And he could be, I have a 30-year-old son who will probably always live with me.
Right.
And I'm financially responsible for him. And that's, I'm okay with this. But what if they were concerned about maybe Seth would eventually ask for child support? And in my opinion, they didn't want to give anything. I
see. I don't think that they would. I don't know. I I don't know. I don't know necessarily agree with that because they've always been 50-50.
Okay, that's really the lesser of my two. I honestly think, in my opinion,
Mhm.
motive is whatever is in that CPS report could not be released because it would have possibly, in my opinion, made it so he could only see his daughter with supervised visitation. If what I feel was in that report, if my opinion of what I think is in that report,
Mhm.
I think he could not let that come to light. And then I think, you add in the removal of the home,
He
and
couldn't.
that really touched a nerve.
So, in this hypothesis that
Yes.
you're speaking of, what do you mean he couldn't let the report come to light in this hypothesis that is not a fact?
Well, he was going to be going to court to
Mhm.
fight for some custody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think allegedly, if anybody was to say anything to Nina, that Sebastian or the reports could have possibly played into that court hearing for her child.
Well, this is the thing. This is a hypothesis that I have had, which, and a hypothesis is not a fact. I want to make that extraordinarily clear. When it comes to that, let's say, for instance, CPS kicked out a parent. He was trying to get a child, his or her child, from the other parent.
Right.
But meanwhile, there's another child in the house, and CPS comes there and they kick you out of the house while they are doing an investigation. And you have court the following week. And that's going to come up that you cannot be in that house because of whatever reason.
Yes.
Or until the alleged perpetrator is deemed safe or not, or other. That's not going to look good for you trying to get your child.
Correct. I agree with that. That's why I think that is one of the main motives, other than the fact that he truly did not like the
He or
child.
she. He or she. Either, you know what I mean. It could be a man, it could be a woman in any case.
It could be either one, yes. You are correct. But I always have thought that CPS report is going to be the motive. And I have always said, in my opinion, this is absolutely premeditated. There's way too many components that were done prior, in my opinion. And if you would like to hear my whole theory opinion, and it's just my alleged theory, I'd be happy to lay it out.
I can, yes, that's fine. But just please use, in my opinion, allegedly, about your hypotheses, that this is not about anyone in specifics.
Yes. This is just a hypothesis of a story.
Yes.
Like, have stories, as we know. In my opinion, a young man allegedly was forced to sleep outside of the home in an attached building that houses cars. In my opinion, there was some sort of a confrontation when somebody showed up at the house or was at the house when young boy returned home. In my opinion, the garage door could have been damaged at that moment. Everything else from there, I think, was actually, in my opinion, allegedly pre-planned.
Now, what about, hold on,
premeditated.
go back. What about the garage door?
I think the garage door could have been damaged in that instant
Got you. Okay.
because it was kicked outward from the inside, is my understanding.
Perhaps.
And I think that wonderful day, it's a lot like when I have to have an elderly animal and I have to take them for a final trip. We do all sorts of McDonald's and ice cream along the way,
Mm-hmm.
in my opinion. And then in this story, let's say the people that reside at the house just don't have any feelings. They seem to have pleasure from mocking, and they haven't tried to run a lot of confusions. And that's just possibly, in my opinion, a scenario. I do still feel like there's some element of that camper, because why would he have to go get a camper to return to his mother when he was living in it all this time? Why was it such an urgent moment to change the campers out, in my opinion? And I also feel like in this story, there could possibly be an individual that maybe sells real estate. And I think every one of those homes that were empty during this supposed disappearance should be checked. The septics, their wells, their lands. And that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where I'm at with things. And that's just what I think. I do think Seth is going to be correct with whatever is in there is horrifying. And I have thought that for a very long time.
Well, Seth has it in his hands, right? I mean, some of it's,
he said we would lose sleep.
yes, and some of it's redacted. Oh, Castle, I agree 1,000%. I believe they know 1,000% more than we ever do, but I don't think it's enough.
I do hope at the end of this that Seth can possibly make a case against the state,
Oh,
the
I
Child Protective Services.
guarantee that's coming.
And I also hope that they could possibly enact a law, maybe the Sebastian and Summer law regarding children.
Yes,
And when they go missing, not to listen to the parents, to treat them all as if it's a crime.
absolutely.
And it cracks me up when you said the other day that, or we heard the other day that CP said he asked them, could they do fingerprinting?
Yeah.
Why was he asking them to do fingerprinting if he walked away?
That's exactly what I said. Yes. Yeah.
Why is he asking? All these things he has volunteered don't line up with a child that walked away. They line up with criminal activity, in my opinion.
Well, yeah. I mean, if there is, I mean, obviously, if you live in that house, your fingerprints are going to be everywhere on that house,
Absolutely.
around that house, on every doorknob, on every fixture, every light switch, everything. But if there is a strange person, well, then you would need fingerprints then. But that's the thing. From day one, I don't know why he walked out that door. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's
said
nothing
that we
to
would have
check.
seen somebody at that door.
And that's why this is just a hypothesis based upon
Absolutely.
what I'm about to say. I believe mostly we are being told about the truth when it comes to many things that may have happened that night. Meaning, and especially about the doors. He wouldn't have went out this door. He hates dirt. He doesn't like, and I think that is for a few reasons. And in this hypothesis that I'm speaking about, one of the reasons is the step parent is going to say, you know, if it was just, two biological parents living there together, and nothing would be suspicious, and or it would be suspicious, and they could say, well, he loved to play outdoors even though he didn't, right? But when you have a step parent or another biological parent involved who goes, the child, your child, right? And they say, oh, well, Sebastian loved the mud, for instance, or, you know, Sarah loved the mud. And, the biological parent's going to be like, the other biological parent is going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? You know, our kid hates mud. Right. So they kind of, that is, that's part of, in my opinion, would be a corner that you would be in, because you can't say that your child, loves, going outside, playing in the mud, because the other parent's going to speak up and be like, uh-uh, uh-uh, right?
Yep.
So I think they have to say that, because that is the actual truth, and that is something that the other parent knows for a fact, what their child likes and don't like. So another thing is, I think, in my opinion, you have to speak the truth on the doors, because the doors, they did not, there is, you would have, and uh one of the parents says this in this hypothesis of mine, uh that he would have had to have a key. Well, yeah, if this child or this person locked the door from behind them, and it's not a key, where you can enter on a keypad, well, yeah, damn right, you got to have a key.
Right.
Um, but it's also interesting, in an interview, uh, they asked, well, did this child have a key? And they say, uh, the stepfather says, well, that's part of the investigation. But in another interview, the mother says, no, he had to have a key. So we know there was no key, in my opinion, at least.
Right. Right. And the thing that just absolutely kind of floors me, if you take a compilation
Mhm.
of directly from Edgar's mouth, it's blatantly evident, in my opinion, when you say things like, there's going to be no effing court a week ahead of time, when you say things like, he
Yeah.
will never be found,
Well,
when you say,
yes.
those things do play in. And one thing that always kind of got to me was the day that they thought they had seen that boy up at that park.
Mm-hmm.
And Seth and both his mother stated that they thought it could possibly be him, but right away, Edgar was cocksure, 100% certain that it was absolutely not him. Yet the father and mother were not. So to me, that tells me he was certain because of a certain reason.
Mm. Yeah.
And I think maybe Kate, he said possibly because she didn't want to look the same.
Well, just in my opinion, in this hypothesis that I speak about, just the response from the parents via Facebook, what was he? Did he say anything? Was, I think, allegedly one of the responses, and it was some other question, but it wasn't where the hell is he? Did you
Right.
and
They were just
did you call the police? Or anything like that? Like, have you called the police? Did you just get on the freaking Facebook and be like, "Oh, I saw the kid today. Let me just tell the world and not call the popo."
right. Listen, I think what you need to do is take the machete
Thank you.
and in KP saying spaghetti and make your own little clip
Oh, I am.
for her spaghetti pancakes and his machete.
Oh, you
Machete, spaghetti.
yes,
Please make something for that. I think it would be phenomenal.
that I will do.
I appreciate you taking my call. I didn't mean to take so much time up. When you get a chance, I don't expect you to do it now, but when you get a chance, can you try to fix me?
Yeah, I don't see you anywhere on the block list, so that's the thing.
I know, that's cool.
But there's no way you should be blocked.
Listen, it doesn't have to be right now. Tomorrow's fine. But
I'll figure.
Again,
You sent me a link?
Very much. I did send you a link, and I appreciate you, and I want to say that I appreciate every single one of the mods. They do a phenomenal job for you. You have the best mods.
I do. Yes.
You still are my only subscription that I pay for on YouTube, because you are the only one to me that is 100% worth my money.
Oh, thank you.
And I love all
That's
of
such a
your
compliment.
pearls and your teacups. They're a wonderful group of people, and I'm so glad to be a part of them.
Well, you are definitely a part of them. So we love you, my dear.
Thank you so much. I love you guys too, and I love you, Justin. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Great conversation.
And thanks for letting me talk.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Always love her conversation. There was a call. Oops. There was a call. K-Max says, I'm halfway to Nashville. No billboards yet. Okay. It's probably, K-Mac, it's probably going to be on the ones that flip. You know what I mean? Yeah, she's always a great caller. That's always a great caller. The lady, she's daddy's. 1 second, y'all. Got some stuff in here. What is this court stuff? Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. Let me look at this. Make sure I'm looking at it right. 1 second. Why is it not letting me zoom? I can't say. 2021. Okay. Just give me a second, y'all. I want to. Yeah. Ooh. I'm trying to answer the phone. 1 second. Caller, call back. It doesn't like you for some reason. Call back. Caller, please call back. I'm trying to look at what that's not it. That's not it. It would have been 2024, right? Okay, here we go. Hello. I guess they got nervous. Why would you get nervous talking to me? Bear with me, guys. Just bear with me. 2024, 7/16, 2024, 10/10, 24. Hold on. Hold on. Girl mom. Why the fuck is it not? Where's the name on here? I don't see a name. Oh, 1 second. Why do I not see a name? Oh, I see a name now. Hold on. But I can't see how. Okay. Does that say DV on it? Girl mom. Does that say DV on it? Hold on, she might be texting me. Damn. If anyone sees says girl mom, hopefully y'all can help with the codes on these. Girl mom, does that say DV on it? Is that from you know who? Is that from you know who? It's so hard for me to see right now. At the top of. Give me a second, y'all. I need to save these. Bear with me. So I can maybe save, download, save, download, save, download, save, download. God, this has been going on for a while. Save, download. Caller, you can call back in. Bench trial. Request for hearing. Hold on. So much here. When was the when was this? Hold on. Sorry guys. I apologize. Request for hearing. Denying objection. Response. Okay. See, when I try to zoom in, it gets blurry. Could you possibly email me those? Maybe if I do it like this. No, it still doesn't work. I don't know what the... Clutch, how are you doing? Hello?
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 This is Justin.
This is. How are you doing?
Clutch and Pearl.
This is Clutch Them Pearls. Hey, sweetie. Justin for all. Justin.
God bless you.
God bless you. How are you doing?
Hi, God bless you, Justin.
How are you?
Hi, God bless you.
Thank you.
I'm doing my best. I'm sorry I talk funny. I've had a stroke,
No, you're fine, honey.
but thank you. But I was just calling about Sebastian Rogers.
Uh-huh.
And prayers for everybody helping him.
Yeah.
Seth Rogers for
Yes.
answers. And
Yes.
thank you for all that you do, Justin.
Thank you, honey.
And I apologize. I have to let you go, but God bless everyone.
All right, sweetheart.
Helping
You
Seth.
you call back later when you feel
And
better, okay?
everybody has a great day.
All
Thank
right.
you.
We love you, sweetheart. Take care of yourself. Aw. That's that makes me want to cry. Bless her heart. You never know. You never know what someone's going through. You never know what someone's going through. Everybody's going through something. Right? I need to thank y'all because y'all have been very, very kind to me. Let's see here. R. Taylor, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate you. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. A fatal paper cut. Something's wrong with my system tonight, I'm telling you. Caller, if you can just call me back. Just call me back, caller. Turn it off. Call back, caller, please. Something's wrong with my system. Thank you so much, a fatal paper cut. I think I said thank you, I didn't. And thank you for gifting a teacup. Really do appreciate you. Very kind of you, my friend. Governor Pincus up in the house. Governor Pincus, I love Governor Pincus, but every time I see this picture, this little dog, it reminds me of a Muppet. It does. It's so cute. Looks like a little mop. He's so cute, he or she. I don't know. Um, that's so funny. It's so cute. Thank you, Governor Pincus, for your support. Really do appreciate you very, very much. Oh my God, Gypsy. Thank you so much. You're so good to me. Thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you, Gypsy. If any of you was gifted a teacup, give our girl a thank you as well. Incredibly generous of our friend, sweet Gypsy. Love you, my dear. Really do thank you, Gypsy. Sean, thank you so much. Oh, the little poochie's on there. Is he like a boxer? He got boxer in him, Sean? Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Hello, my dear. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Justin. This is Fairy Godmother from Ohio.
Hey,
How are you?
good. How are you doing, dear?
Good. I have a thought that I haven't really heard anybody talk about.
Sure.
And I heard you mention earlier about this is Sebastian comment. I'm a teacher. I've been a teacher for 30 plus years.
Well,
and
God bless you, and
I'm
thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Thank you. But in my opinion, the answers lie with his teacher. And I'm sure, you know, the agents have talked to the teachers, and I know that's got to be big privacy. You know, teachers can't reveal that. But I'm telling you, if he was autistic, and
Mhm.
that means to me that he had an IEP, which means he had a special teacher that was assigned to him. And those teachers get to know those students inside and out. They know their moods. They know what's going on at their homes. They know what they would have known on Friday if Sebastian was, before this happened, if Sebastian would have been upset about anything, or they know who they're talking to. They know what games they're playing online. Kids talk. He was what, 15 years old, 14 or 15.
Yes.
They talk to their teachers, and they're going to tell them. That's where the answer lies, right there. The teacher can give them a wealth of information. I'm sure they've already done that, but that's just a thought I have. Like, they're going to have a lot of answers. Who was in the house, who was around, who was upsetting him, what he was doing. They're going to have the answers.
So it's very interesting you say that. I did a live, when was it, y'all? It was last week sometimes. And during that, someone that's local knows one of the teachers, and she had also, damn, do I have that somewhere? She left a message on Facebook. The person who has that is listening right now. Can they send that mess? Let me see if I've got that message from them right now. I can probably pull it up. But it's very interesting you said that, because you're right. Teachers know. Actually, I think I have it right here. Right here, maybe. Let me see here.
I can't believe I missed that. I watch every show. I don't know how I missed it.
It was, I think it might have been during the, okay, here it is. I got it. Got it right here. Because I 1,000% agree with you. Teachers spend more waking hours. Love you too, dear. Thank you, guys. With our children than parents. You know what I mean? During the week. I mean, that's,
right.
And just like,
And especially students that have individual instruction plans, they are with one particular teacher that they get very close to a lot. And a regular classroom setting, and with Sebastian not having a whole lot of really close friends, that's who he's going to talk to. He's going to talk to his teachers.
I don't think he had any problem with talking with at school at all. I think that is where he felt, honestly, I think he felt like school was almost even like recess at all times, even if it was sitting there studying, compared to the militant.
Well, it was a safe place.
Yes. Yes. So this teacher says, one second, my dear. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. I apologize. But the teacher, she said, um, I feel someone knows something. I listened to days of interviews from all sorts of people. Uh, DCS, TBI, sheriff, etc. They used my conference room. Someone knows what happened to him, where he is. That is what keeps playing in my mind day in and day out. Where is he? It makes zero sense. This is so she is saying that she has spoken with DCS, TBI, sheriff, etc. Are you there?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
here.
Okay.
I'm just listening. So yeah, they're just, like we all know, we're just hearing what they want us to hear. And I'm sure they have more information, but that was just a thought I had, and I won't keep you, but I really think the answer lies
No, I agree.
there, and I think that's, in my opinion, they're going to get a lot of answers from that. So,
Yeah,
but thank you for all you do.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too, my dear. I think that she is sharing the minimum. You know what I mean? She's putting it out there. I don't think she's
Right.
actually saying, but I think she's putting it out there that one of these mother chickens knows, in my opinion.
I agree.
Um,
Hey, thank you.
thank you, my dear. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye bye. Tina makes a great point. $125,000 reward. Still nothing. Still nothing. Someone knows something, right? So, appreciate your caller there. Veronica, thank you so much, my love. Really do appreciate you. Hello, CJ Wood, definitely know. And is Terry okay? Terry is fine. Yes, she's fine. She'll be back in a day or so or whatever. I think she's just been doing some members only lives recently, maybe. Thank you for that, Veronica. Good to see you, my friend. Cognizant, thank you, my dear. This email has photos of mattress, pad, and Charlie. Oh,
Mini Panthers once again.
Mini Panthers, thank you for calling.
Yes, I'm sorry to call back. But I
No,
can't
don't be
chat.
sorry.
I want to clear up something that might help some people in chat. My son was probably pretty similar to Sebastian, except for not having a chromosomal deletion. So he was in regular high school. I went a few times a year for an individualized education plan where I sat with his student advisors, maybe a couple of his teachers would come in and out, and we would determine the best way for him to get a good education. And for my son, and I know they do this for a lot of kids now, they try to mainstream them as much as possible so they don't feel so outside of everybody else.
Yes.
And what my son, and I'm not saying this is with Sebastian, but it would have been probably very similar to the same type of classes.
His program is called Why We Try. It's pretty much normal classes. It's just they give you a little bit of extra time.
Right. See, my son could ask to leave the room and go sit in the student advisors and do his work with the help of an advisor. He didn't have to take computer-based testing because he couldn't focus on that. So he got paper-based. He got extra time for assignments if needed. And, other than that, he was in regular classes. And I think that's the same with Sebastian, is he was basically had a few accommodations, but he was not, locked in a special education room all day long.
Right.
So, when people get confused about special education or I suspect most schools in this day and time try to do the same thing with the kids that are able to do that. So they just accommodate them in the regular classrooms.
Yeah.
So hopefully that will help some people understand maybe how Sebastian navigated school within the regular classrooms. It wasn't being
Excuse me.
Segregated with other students that might have issues. It was basically he was just a normal student.
Mohawk makes a great point. Also, Sebastian was not diagnosed till last fall as well. So there's that. You know,
Right.
that's an important thing as well. I mean, but not
Absolutely.
but just because, but also, I mean, there's more than autistic people, right? I mean, there's people with just
Absolutely.
learning disabilities and I don't want to call it learning challenges. Learn differently, maybe that's the better word. You know, learn differently,
Listen,
and
I
need
think,
some help.
yeah,
Uh,
absolutely.
and so, you know,
But this
it's
is, he wouldn't have been singled out, as one of those children because he would have been mainstreamed.
yes, yeah.
So that's why I'm not surprised a lot of the kids at the school liked him
Mm-hmm.
because he would have been, in the rooms with them.
Why do you?
I think
What did you think of?
just because my son.
Go ahead, please. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, please go ahead.
I think my son, his main issues with socialization with people his own age.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's very challenging for them to make one-on-one friends in the school setting, but they can make, they can have group friends and goof around, in classroom settings.
Right.
So, I think he would have had trouble trying to figure out how to form the friendships. But again, he had no help at home, in my opinion, to help him with that. I put my son into flag football, into swimming, into, things with other children his age.
Mm-hmm.
And then started trying to set up play dates, and it worked out very well for him.
Yes.
So you have to help your children. You have to help them. And I honestly don't think Sebastian, in my opinion, was a child that hated the outdoors. He liked to run. He liked to fish.
I think he just didn't want to be by himself, probably outdoors. You know what I mean? And I think he probably didn't like to get dirty.
He was not allowed out.
Yeah, I just think.
I assume. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to invest time, in my opinion, into his growth or his outside activities. Unfortunately. And that's just an opinion.
Miss Poppy in chat, she says, I wrote IEPs for 30 years. Wow, that's interesting. It's impressive.
Yeah.
So there's that. What did you think about the this, alleged teacher writing this?
I think that teacher has a lot of information.
Yeah.
And I would not be surprised if she has been, in my opinion, roundabout threatened to be quiet. In my opinion.
There is another. I forgot to read this. I can't find it. I don't know where it's at. But she sent me another one. And maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Oh, she said, and I love you too. It's crazy for me to think I talked to him 48 hours before he was, quote, gone. Gone where? We don't know, but someone does. I feel certain, in all caps, in that after all I heard, saw, and know about him. I think that's.
She knows. She knows who she thinks did it. In my opinion, she also has an opinion on who did this.
Yes,
she's by that statement. In my opinion.
Yes, she says. I feel someone knows something. I listened to days of interviews from all sorts of people: DCS, TBI, sheriff, etc. They all used my conference room because they were, down there at the school, right? Someone knows what happened to him, where he is. That is what keeps playing in my mind day in and day out. Where is he? It makes zero sense. It's crazy for me to think I talked to him 48 hours before he was gone. Gone where? We don't know, but someone does. I feel certain, again in all caps, that after all I heard, saw, and know about him.
The key word right there is no.
And certain.
He has confided in this teacher. He has confided in her, and she believes him.
These are the people that reported.
To make that statement. With
These are the
letters.
people that reported.
I think
mandatory reporters. Right? Remember when Sebastian goes?
Another thing.
Yeah. There's a little delay. Sorry.
That's okay. Well, also, when CP and KP tried to present to the CPS worker that Seth was not a big part of his life in any way, what were they going to do when he moved in with Seth? That would have had to be reported to Child Protective Services, since there were cases that he was no longer residing in their home but was now in another home.
Mm-hmm.
How did they think they were going to handle that? I think they didn't think they were going to have to handle that because, in my opinion, again, premeditation. But that's just my opinion allegedly.
Right.
But
in
anyways,
this hypothesis.
I'm going to get off of here. I just thought, yeah, hypotheses. And nothing to do with your thoughts. These are my thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted to try to help explain the IEP, since I'm so familiar with having gone through them.
Right.
And that would hopefully help people understand he was basically a regular student.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, from what I understand, the kids, they didn't see. I mean, you look at his video when he was there with his birthday or whatever, when his crusty ass aunt, in my opinion, was bitching. Pardon my French, but it just makes me really mad. He was just normal, just a normal, regular child. Just breaks my heart, man. Breaks my heart.
Not just that. Look how fast he added up how many points they needed during that video. Why could he not be capable of money? If he understands math, he could have been taught the concept of money, I believe, in my opinion.
I think
they tried to downgrade everything about this child.
Yes, they tried. In my opinion, they tried to make it seem bigger. He's young in mind, but then he can also play chess, beat adults in chess, and the best part of it is he can not leave, quote, any evidence behind. Right.
Yeah.
And
this is he didn't leave a clue. That's the worst thing about this. Excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know why that would be the best part.
No, it would be the worst thing about it if my child was missing if there was no evidence. Not the best thing.
Yeah, but this is the thing. People who kids, they don't know how to, they don't know forensics or anything, what to do about that, especially if they're damn barefooted. They're not trying to hide it. So anyway.
And the thing that makes me the saddest about this is his teachers tried to protect him, and he spoke up. He was trying to save himself, and he was let down by the system, not the teachers, but the system.
Yeah. I think I think there was manipulation going on there.
Absolutely. All right, Justin, I'm going to hang up and let somebody else have a chance. I appreciate your time once again.
Thank you, my dear.
Yep. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh, thank you. Beep, beep, mother cluckers. Thank you, Linda, for that. Cuckoo mother chickens. Oh, that's so funny. I've seen that. Yeah, that's so funny. Where was I? I need to think. The email of photo of mattress pad Charlie in person writing being stalked. Thank you for that, Cognizes. I think I said that. Thank you again, my dear. Thank you, Ginger. Rico, P. Diddy, Charlie, what is happening? God bless America and pass the Tylenol. This is Mondayest Monday, a Monday ever Monday is what I say. Yes, you're getting it, Ginger. Love you, Justin and Teabags. Thank you, my dear. We love you too, sweet Ginger. Thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. It is a Monday, isn't it? Susan Kemp, thank you, my dear. Really do appreciate you guys are so sweet to me. I love you guys. Thank you. Welcome to the tea party. Really do appreciate it. Lakeside Lawyer, thank you, my dear, for that super sticker. Really do appreciate that. Oops.
Miss Poppy.
Hey, Miss Poppy. Thank you for calling.
Hi, Justin. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
One of the things I wanted to clear, if I have some different opinions.
Can you speak up just a
about
little
some
bit?
of the-
You're a little hard to hear, my dear.
Yep. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the special ed thing. In my 30 years of experience in special education, working as a school psychologist, I just retired last year.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with kids on the spectrum. I did their IEPs and kids in high school. I can explain some of the things that I think people are kind of giving their opinions that I'm not quite sure are correct. And people say, well, you don't know them or whatever. Okay, I don't know. You're right. But I worked with students.
But there's a generality in a lot of it, I think, right?
Right. And number one,
In some.
parents always think their children are brilliant
Yes.
when they're not.
Yes.
When they're average,
Yes.
or maybe not even that, but everybody thinks their kid's brilliant. That's just
Yes.
the way it goes. It's the way it should be, right?
Sure.
Your parents think you're right. He was in a special ed program. He was not identified till a year ago. The reason for that would be that he was getting specialized instruction under the chromosome depletion, under medical. Because of that, he could get all the services that he needed for special ed. They did not need another diagnosis of autism at that point. As he gets older and as he would go out of high school, he has rights to continue to get servicing because he's going to need rights. He's a kid that's on the spectrum. And some of the stuff they talked about, I mean, he had meltdowns. 15-year-old kids don't, for the most part. I worked in a high school. They do not have meltdowns like kids that are on the spectrum. And I'm talking about like a tantrum where they fall apart in 45 minutes or an hour, whatever, they can't get it together.
Mm-hmm.
I think they talked about that. I heard Seth talk about some of those things. That makes it difficult to function in the world without some support.
Sure.
Services outside of, regular things. We had students that went to regular classrooms. If you ask their parents, they would say, oh, they just got extra time. The truth is they had extra time. They also had an aide in the room with them. They had modified tests. They had modified assignments. Extra time they had to do. They didn't have to do all of the problems. They had to do less of it. They were required to understand less. But they had a transcript. They would come out saying that they were in French 2, level whatever they were in. It looks the same, but it's not the same. We had a lot of kids that would be regular ed classes, but they were getting support services in special education that they needed in order to be successful. That doesn't mean that student can take that transcript with A's and B's on it and apply to college and be okay in a regular college without support.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Sebastian had real problems. I don't think he's a kid. He's not a regular 15-year-old in a lot of ways. And people say his parents, I think, were right in a lot of stuff. He shouldn't have. They were right about not letting him have access. He's a vulnerable child. He's somebody you can take advantage of.
Mm.
His parents talked about all he wanted was a friend. A kid like that is very vulnerable to anybody. Any kid that talks to him, he doesn't know that this isn't a good idea to do this or don't do that
Right.
kind of stuff. He doesn't have that kind of social understanding.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the autism part is all about.
Well, yeah, I mean, you can be taken advantage of. Yeah. But, I mean, they do need friends, though, obviously, right? I mean,
right, and a lot of that is what we did in school, and we had to help a lot of that.
Right.
And kids, for the most part, are pretty nice. In the town, I worked in a
highly educated town with wealthy parents and lawyers. They would bring in lawyers and try to sue us all the time. But for the most part, kids are pretty nice. I mean, they're not being nasty to the special ed kids. They know who the special ed kids are. You know, I'm sure that Sebastian, they knew, you know, and they go into the classroom, the kids, somebody had said, didn't hear something I'd read, you know, a lot of the kids are okay with the special ed room and going in there to get the support. A lot of kids that are on the spectrum, that room where they had support, they would go there for their study halls. And that's because those were their friends, the other kids that were in those classes.
Mm-hmm.
And we helped them form those relationships. We did stuff outside of school. You know, we had parties with them, and we went on picnics and field trips and did things to help them learn how social skills. So I just think that's part of the understanding that needs to be had about Sebastian. My sense is that he was not just a regular 15-year-old. Could he look like that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean he's stupid. Doesn't mean he couldn't do something. But without support, I mean, things wouldn't be going along merry all the time. There could be things when his routine is upset, when he wants to do something. Yeah, I mean, those kinds of things. When a 15-year-old, you know, we have had something like school would start late, and that 15-year-old, their schedule was changed. We had those craziest schedules. A lot of the kids on the spectrum, they were like really messed up for the day. I'd have to see them several times to keep getting them back on track. That sort of thing. So
I mean, when my
certainly are
schedule
things
screws
that I
up,
think
I'm
probably
yeah. Sorry.
right.
Yeah.
Right, and you know, and that doesn't mean you're on the spectrum.
Right.
But you know, I mean, we all have certain things, but there's some things. There'll be times when somebody, you know, when you're an adult and you're still having meltdowns and the difficulty in regulating their emotions,
Sure.
that sort of stuff, it makes it hard. So for somebody to even take Sebastian for any period of time without drugging him or something, I mean, I can't imagine that he's not going to be a kid that's going to be like, hey, get in the car, come on, we're going to go. He's going to start freaking out.
Yeah.
He's
exactly.
going to cause a problem unless he's drugged or something like that. He's like, you know, Seth said he's not going to get in the car with somebody he doesn't know.
Yeah. I mean,
you might be able to get him in there for a second with, you know, I'm going to drive you here so you can call your dad
mm-hmm.
or something. But after that, I mean, he's not going to be cooperative.
Right.
He's not going to be easy.
I agree.
Kids on spectrum, they're not, you know, going to be cooperative to be sold into the sex trade.
Well, yeah,
God,
I mean,
they're going to be a nightmare.
I mean, and this, you know, and I don't know how to say this without sounding a little, but this is not, you know, these people in the S trade and all of this, this is not who they target as people with special needs either. That's not.
Right. And at 15 years old,
right.
He's
Right.
an adult physically.
Right.
As well.
So yeah, someone asked, so what does the additional diagnosis of autism provide to him? Can she offer her opinion?
It would provide, it can provide him services. First of all, kids are allowed to continue. Kids with special needs are able to stay in high school until they're 21.
Oh, really?
So we have, yeah. So we have a program. A lot of our kids that have intellectual disabilities, but also kids that are on the spectrum, they would go to. We had an alternative academy, which was held on a college campus. So the kids got to go to. It was actually Hartford College, and they would have their classes on this campus. It was special, and they would teach them, you know, how to ride the bus, how to. They would go to jobs. They would have job coaches that would help them. They would different things, and like they would come in and like if you had a dirty shirt on, they had to, you know, help you understand you can't wear that to work. You know, you get sent home from work if you wore a dirty shirt, and stuff like that. They helped them. It was like it was a program. So they would graduate from high school. They'd go through the graduation, but they wouldn't get given their diploma yet. They would get handed something during the graduation, but they would get their diploma when they completed the transition academy. And they could go there till they were 21. And most parents wanted that. It was to help them with independence and there are colleges that there are programs now where you can send kids to get further that are like on the spectrum to help them figure out jobs and things like that. They're not going to go to school. Some kids can go to a 4-year degree, but they're going to need support services.
Right.
There are some kids that are very bright, but have social issues. So they're going to need some support around the social piece. And then there's other kids that are just because they have a lot of issues around with the autism, that they're going to need some support in helping them find a job. Unfortunately, we do a great job where I live in getting kids all these services, and then when they're 21, they're out of luck. So
Right.
if you didn't have that, you can only get that if you have an intellectual disability, a physical disability, or you have like autism.
Right.
You can't stay till you're 21 if you have your learning disability or attention deficit disorder. So they would want those services, and to help him also when he goes on, so that he could get a job coach if he goes to get the job.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bureau for rehab services that would help him with finding a job, helping him with a job. Like a job coach will actually go to work with you till you're able to do it on your own. You know, and he might be able to get into some specialized housing. We do have some kids that in this area, we have some parents got together and then purchased like a condo, and they put their kids have remained friends, and they're helping them to pay, but they have to pay someone to come in and help make sure everything's in order and to make sure, set everything up so that they can run the house.
Right.
They need support to do that, but the parents are using their head knowing that they're not going to be alive forever.
Sure.
So somebody's
Well,
got to help them. There's not a halfway house for everybody. So
yeah.
there's a lot of different reasons, but I think just to understand that I don't think that it was, he's just not a regular kid. He was a kid that required services. And I don't think that his stepfather was somebody that took well to some of those things. When the kids are little, it gets more it's understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Things get difficult when they turn into teenagers. They're not so cute sometimes when they're shaving and when they're, that
Right.
young adulthood comes along and they're having temper tantrums. It's kind of embarrassing. As a parent, if your kid's having a temper tantrum past the age of 4, you want to die in public.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that happening. You're out. Imagine that certain step parent if a kid was having a meltdown in the grocery store or something. I have a friend who has a brother who's like 35, and he still does. He couldn't find his hat one day, and they had like a 4-hour meltdown that the whole family had to stop what they were doing and deal with.
Right.
Then whether you're going to the hospital,
Mm-hmm.
because he could not regulate his emotions.
Right.
So there's a lot to it. I don't think that I don't think it was easy for the stepfather and Sebastian. I imagine that
Sure.
was a difficult combo. And the older that Sebastian got, the harder it got because he got more difficult to manage. And he's a teenager who wants teenage things,
Mm-hmm.
He wants some freedom, and he wants to tell him to F off, and he wants to be a kid
Mm-hmm.
too. There's part of him that is a normal
Sure.
teenager. But I imagine that, there's some parents it's harder than it is for others.
Absolutely.
And I think that,
Absolutely.
and it's too bad that he didn't just get to go live with Seth earlier.
I agree.
It's what should have happened.
I agree.
I
agree.
just don't.
Um,
And I understand Seth didn't want him alone and all that.
right. Well,
But
thank you so
having
much, my dear.
Cool, he was going to have him.
What's that?
All right.
I'm getting a beep. I'm sorry. I'm going to answer the next call, but thank you so much.
Okay.
Great call. Great call. Thank
All
you
right,
so
bye.
much. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Caller? Call back. Call back. Something's wrong with my phone tonight. Didn't get him in time. My brother has Asperger's. He passed. Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I apologize. That's really tough. What do you mean, Cassie? What report? Thank you, Lakeside Lawyer. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Loves. Miss Poppy McGill. Thank you, my loves. Good to see you. Oh my God, your puppy's so cute. That's so cute. That's so cute. Thank you, my love. Really do appreciate you. Shit. Is that true, Kate? Ooh, I don't know about that. I will just say, I don't know I don't know whose victims the mother was, so I'm not going to say who it was. I don't think that would be fair. But what I will say is that her mother is an RSO, and she is on probation for 99 years. 99 years. So there's that. No, Abigail. So that imagine being Seth, not getting any info about from law enforcement and having to stay silent about stuck between rock and a hard place, aren't you? There we go. Calling back. Hello.
Hi, Justin.
Hi, darling.
This is Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie.
Hi, darling. I called you earlier.
Yes.
I was the one that had a meltdown.
That's okay.
Well, I had a little recovery.
Okay, good.
Allegedly.
Uh-huh.
Let's do some mother chickens real quick.
Okay, mother
In
chickens.
my opinion.
Yes.
And then I'm going to give you a little story to this. But
Oh.
in my opinion, Kate is sorry, mother. She doesn't deserve the name to be called a mama.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. I have one child. I'm 50 years old. I lost a goddaughter that I raised from 2 weeks old that God blessed me with. And she was an angel in my life. And I basically raised her whole life.
Right.
Okay. And
Sorry.
she's in heaven now. She passed away a little over 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And
She certainly is.
Even though this angel wasn't my biological child, it has affected me mentally and stressfully. And I did have a stroke due to her passing. It's up for anybody to ever lose a kid. Prayers for everybody.
Yeah.
And God bless anybody helping Seth Rogers, the only one speaking up, giving, begging, pleading, and help for his son.
Yep.
To help find him. God bless you and everybody else doing the right thing and putting the right words out and helping this daddy.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean,
find his son.
I don't know how anyone, regardless,
I mean,
can't see that.
exactly. I don't either. And my heart goes to Seth. I pray for him every day. I'm helping. Due to my stroke, I haven't been able to walk real well or talk real well.
Well, that's
but
okay.
I've been talking enough to say Sebastian's name and pass out flowers.
Well, God bless you for
in
that.
Lincoln County, Tennessee, where I live.
That's so sweet. God bless you.
And I'm going to do more
Oh.
and continue. The main thing, Jesus has got this will. God's helping, you helping. God is going to lead us. Seth,
Yes.
it's a battle.
It is. It
But
is.
you know what? Sebastian's got a warrior, an army, and we're all coming together for him.
Amen.
And I just want to say thank you. I don't have much family.
Well,
I don't have.
you're our
And
family. We're family.
I have got, yes, sir. And I'm new to this technology, but I watch you every day, all the time.
That's
every
good.
day.
What is
I
your
love you.
what?
You are my family.
That's right. What is your screen name? Do you type in chat?
No, I'm trying to learn how to do that.
Okay.
I don't know how to do much of nothing yet.
Yeah, you'll get it. You'll
I
get.
think I'm learning to subscribe to your channel. But
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn everything else. But I can send you my Gmail and contact you.
Well, I was
I
just
do
gonna.
have
I was
that.
just gonna say. If we can. Just wanted the chat to know who you was, because the chat really loves you in here. They're saying bless you and everything. They're sending prayers and love and thanks to you.
You can call me MJ's Nana.
MJ's Nana Mimi. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And thank everybody. But you know what? My prayers for Seth and everybody out there helping this man. And my prayers because we got Mother Chicken family.
That's right. That's right, Mother. That's right. Amen. Amen. Well, you are such a blessing.
God bless everyone.
God bless you too, honey.
Well, thank you. But I personally would like to say to Seth, my prayers to you. I do pray for you every day in church.
Oh.
And Jesus has the will. And if he ever needs anybody to talk to, hey, contact me. I'm a phone call away. I will help. We all going to help.
Well, thank you.
Strong.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Sir. God bless everybody.
God bless you. Good night, honey.
Thank you, Justin.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Very sweet caller. Very sweet caller. I know, Gypsy. She can be all of our nanas, can't she? Trooper's mom. I don't know where she said she was in Tennessee. I don't know where she was in Tennessee, to be honest with you. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. God is good. Amen. Guys, I will be live again in the morning. I've got to be up at 5 a.m. So I need to go to bed. I gotta sleep some. Thank you guys so much. Really great show. Want to thank you all for being here. Guys are extremely sweet. Oh my God, Truth Sleuth, you are so good to me. You are so good to me. Thank you. You guys are all good to me, but thank you so much. As a retired medical health professional with a child on the spectrum, as ABA therapy, the gold standard, their outcomes tend to be better. The key is to help each of child reach their full potential. We need to stop the assumptions, in my opinion. My son has Asperger's. He's a doctor. Can we get an amen for that? Thank you so much. Today your son has Asperger's, and today he's a doctor and a PT. What a blessing. What a blessing. Hey, girl, mom.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did you get those pictures that I sent?
Which ones? Which?
The court records.
Yes. Yes.
So I just had this feeling today, and I started looking at the New Mexico court records.
Uh-huh.
And it's very interesting because I had never looked those up before.
Uh-huh.
But I don't understand what the codes are on those.
The what?
The codes.
The codes?
Like if you look it up, like the last filing was on October the 10th.
Mm-hmm.
And it says domestic relations hearing officer report. And then it says, and NOF ELF.
CLS. I see that. And yeah, 10/10/24 D Domestic Relations Hearing Officer Report. Now, Domestic Relations Officer Report. I wonder if we Google that. Let me check this.
And let me pull it up. So how I found it is you just go up to the case lookup for New Mexico,
Mm-hmm.
and then let me see if I can get it. I don't know if it's
A domestic relation hearing officer may perform the following duties in domestic relation proceedings. And this is from New Mexico. Shall and at will position subject to the New Mexico Judicial Branch policies for at will employees consistent with the authority to set forth in the rule. Domestic relations hearing officers may perform the duties assigned by the judges of the district in domestic relations proceedings. Okay, a domestic relations hearing officers may perform the following duties in domestic review petitions. Let's see here. Conduct hearings on all petitions and motions, both before and after the decree. In a child support enforcement division, carry out the statutory duties of child support hearing officer. I still don't. What do they do? I mean, like, I get that, but like,
I thought this was very.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I thought this was very interesting because it shows the full history of all of their court dates. I mean, from the time that they filed for divorce.
I have seen this. I think I've seen this before, but I don't remember. I don't remember looking at it that deep. But
Yeah. So
but it says someone who listens to people's arguments.
2017.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, but what's interesting is if you go back on these records to February, there's a lot of activity leading up to February.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just kind of read off those dates.
Go for it.
Read off what they say. Let me get. Okay, so we got 12/20/2023 witness list. January the 2nd, 2024 witness list. January the 2nd, 2024 request for hearing settings. January the 2nd, 2024. January the 2nd, 2024 audio log notes. January the 8th, affidavit of Katie Proudfoot. January the 16th, 2024 attorney's affidavit. This says affidavit of legal services received on behalf and paid for by respondent, filed by M. Baker, Esquire. January 17th, 2024 is an affidavit by Michael Tinker. January 17th, 2024 is a response. January 18th, 2024 was a completion of briefing. January 19th was a domestic relations hearing officer report. January 24th was a hearing, a Zoom ex parte modification of custody and psychological evaluation.
What day was that?
February the 2nd was a motion. That was January the 24th, 2024. Where was that? Okay. January the approved special master hearing officer report. February the 9th, Motion to withdraw. Now this is what's important. February the 27th, 2024. February the 27th. So that was one day after Sebastian went missing.
To reevaluate and update report and findings.
Withdraw substitution of counsel. Withdraw substitution of counsel. Then it says 02/28/2024 witness list.
Oh shit, it does, doesn't it?
And then on February the 29th, it says motion for continuance. Now, over to the right, I do know that RS is a respondent. If you scroll over to the right, you see that RS or PT. Respondent would be Christopher Proudfoot, and petitioner would be Nina Gomez. So on the, let's see, for February the 28th, the witness list, who did that? Who asked that? That was Nina that requested that witness list. I mean, but it goes up all the way. I mean, there's so many.
Oh, it's a lengthy. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, and it goes all the way up until October 10th of this year. 9/19/2024 exhibit receipts, bench trial.
Well, what's interesting to me is 124. There's a hearing. There's a motion. It's a Zoom ex parte modification of custody and psychological evaluation. The 9th.
That's what Nina said on her interview.
We need to go back to tomorrow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play Nina's stuff about this, and let's maybe if you can be on the phone with me and we can go through this together.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I have, based on this, so my husband actually had this theory, and this is theory, so it's allegedly, in my opinion, in our opinion.
Right.
So there was a lot of stuff going on with this court case with Nina and someone trying to get custody, right? So that whole day, or let's just say that whole weekend, was kind of a fun weekend, right? There was a lot of stuff going on. What if it was trying to butter up Sebastian?
That's it. That's exactly what I thought it was. That's exactly what I thought it was. Yes.
You know, you're going to have to make some kind of statement.
Yep.
Because you're the child in the home.
Yep.
And we really need you to say this.
Yep.
And he said, I'm not saying those things because that's not what's going on.
Well, let me tell you something. Autistic children cannot lie. They can't lie like that.
Exactly.
They can't lie.
And that day was right. And that day was taken as, let's see what you'll say. What will you say for us? You just have this. I just had the best day with you. You know, what will you say?
I mean,
it didn't go the way they thought. Because if it was just her and something happened, he wouldn't have stayed.
Say that again?
Because it involved him. If it was just her and an accident happened just without him being involved, that situation being involved,
gone.
He would have left.
Do you think?
I think he was already
do you think in this hypothesis that I'm we're speaking about, in no one necessarily in particular, um, like, a mother-in-law and a father-in-law who you think they would give this wooden nickel, that's like Cruella.
I don't think. No, so I don't think so. I don't. I think that they're the only ones that know. I think that the answers lie with those two. I think that Cruella has just come off as just being. I don't think she had any kind of relationship with him. But I think she's just sticking up for her son, and I wonder if she has doubts about daughter-in-law.
Say that again. I don't understand what you mean.
So I actually don't think Cruella is involved at all. I think that she's just coming off as she's trying to protect her son. And she's just going after anybody that tries to go after her son.
Yeah, I mean, I think there may be. I think someone they may know, Cruella may know, but I don't think she was necessarily. I think they got a.
Oh, yeah.
There was a call in the middle of the night, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I don't know. I find it. I think that if there was more than one person involved, that it would have already been out. I really think that it's just them two. And that in order to find the answers, they're going to have, somebody's going to have to tell, who's going to have to be found, or they're going to have to split up.
I think that there's more than two involved. I think that someone was helped on the day someone went to a camper.
Now, I mean, that's very possible. It's very possible. But it's got to be somebody's family. I don't know.
Yeah.
And it does, I do find it very odd that in the beginning, Seth's family is there supporting him. You see the family, you see them talking, you see their emotions. But on the other side, you don't see anybody, especially, the mom. You don't see anybody there for her that we see.
Nope.
Advocating for their grandson.
Nope.
And so that's very concerning.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. But yeah.
We're gonna have a good live tomorrow. I feel it. We're gonna have a good live tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be It's too much. It's too much. It's toxic. It is so toxic.
Yeah.
And I have never wanted to run away at times in my life.
I'm sure. Well, so everybody has to do this. If you haven't listened to this Seth interview with Justin on TikTok, it's actually, you know who it is, right?
Yep.
He has a YouTube channel called Justin on TikTok.
Yes.
I think is that right?
Yes.
Okay, so he did an interview with Seth in early days. And oh my gosh, it was hard. I was sitting this morning crying listening to it. It was heartbreaking.
That is one I haven't hardly listened to. I don't think I've listened to it actually, to be quite honest. I need to listen to it.
You've got to go play that because, and everybody goes through those stages of emotion. So I think that it's important to remember that Seth is going through he's sad. He's in disbelief.
God, of
Angry.
course.
He's going through these real life stages of emotions.
Yes.
So, anyway, well, that's all I got. I hope you guys have a great evening.
You too, my dear. Thank you so much.
All right,
I'll text you later. I'll text you tomorrow sometimes, and we'll figure it out. Thank you, dear. All right.
bye.
Bye. Hindsight wants me to play this. Please drop Hindsight's YouTube. Here's the TikTok for Hindsight. That's sweet. Girl mom, by the way. According to open records on 325, a guy named Chris requested to seal the documents regarding the ongoing hearing with Nina. On 4/18/24, Nina submitted a response to the court, and a hearing was set for 5/9. Five 2/24, Crispy Bacon submitted his witness list to the court. Maybe he resubmitted it because he submitted it on, damn, I can't remember the day. He resubmitted it on, what was it? Damn, 1 second. He submitted it in February too. On 5/9/24, the hearing took place. Six 6/24, Crispy Bacon submitted an emergency ex parte motion to enforce third amended parenting plan and sanctions. On 6/7/24, Nina responded to the emergency ex parte motion. 6/10/24, motion denied. 7/16/24, Crispy Bacon submitted a motion to return to status quo and for sanctions. Hearing date pending. I love this music. Questions we have as following. Who did Crispy Bacon subpoena on 5/6/24? Why did Crispy Bacon push so hard for immediate custody on 6/6/24? When was his daughter scheduled to return back home to Nina? Did she go back early? And if so, why? Did Crispy Bacon take his daughter out of state to Mississippi at any time that she was in Tennessee? Where is the fight for this child? Amen. Amen. Very well. Lisa, thank you so much, my friend. Really appreciate you guys. Y'all are so nice to me. Really do appreciate it. We're going to have a good show tomorrow, guys. I can feel it in the air. I can feel it in the air. Tomorrow, I'm going to be watching Lailani with This Eye And I'm going to be researching with this side. I'm going to be like this. So, all right. Thank you all. Love you. Appreciate you. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early, at the crack of 9:30. We will be live on Clutch Them Pearls. True. Oh. Pick from last video. What is that? I don't know what that is. CP was not in the state, hence why he filed later. What am I looking at? What am I looking at, troopers? Yes, dear. Honey, I have them. I just, every time I submit them, it doesn't submit. I don't know. I got to contact YouTube. What is this, troopers? Troopers, to the office, please. Troopers. To the office. Hurry up, troopers. I'm melting. That's a camera? Oh, right there. Right there? I was looking at the window. This is at the corner of the house. How did you get this picture? You need to watch the video in the email. Okay, here we go. Is this Shay's? Shay's Safe Place. Going to drop this link right here.
Their electronics need to be tracked, Nancy. Those ideas of where did they go at those times when he was last seen alive, and that's going to be one of the threads that you're going to want to pull in this investigation.
What we're fixing to look at is Melissa Proudfoot's interaction with Sebastian, who supposedly was with him the last time with Katie, having dinner. You remember a couple aunts and such?
Okay, now she wasn't supposedly having dinner. So that's wrong. Just an FYI.
I'm taking a video.
Hey, you have to get the 200 again.
No, she doesn't. She can get whatever.
What we just saw here is a supposed Proudfoot aunt of Sebastian's. She's showing here she has no patience for this autistic
Shay's doing really good at
child.
editing. I'm really proud of her.
She obviously does not respect his dignity by screaming at him no, by saying those other things so short like she did in public. She has no respect for him, in my opinion. Also, in my opinion, every public display I have saw from the Proudfoots sure doesn't look like that they loved him. So my question is this: Katie Proudfoot, how long are you going to continue to allow the Proudfoots to degrade, disrespect your son, your and Seth's son, Katie?
I agree with her on that. But I don't understand, like, did I pass it up? Where was that camera? Where was that camera? You passed the pic? Is that it? But that's not the video I seen it in.
Electronics need to be tracked, Nancy. Those ideas of where did they go at those times when he was last seen alive, and that's going to be one of the threads that you're going to want to pull in this investigation.
What we're fixing to look at is Melissa Proudfoot's interaction at
threads that you're going to want to pull in this investigation.
What we're fixing to look at is Melissa Proudfoot's interaction with Sebastian. Melissa Proudfoot's interaction with Sebastian.
No, that's not it.
Who supposedly was with him the last time with Katie having dinner.
Right there. Okay. All right, so this is what I'm going to show you. Let's compare this. 1 second. I will tell you right now if that's the same picture or not, because I think those are floodlights, if I recall correctly. But we need to check it out. Bear with me 1 second. Let's look. Second. Bear with me. Yeah, I got floodlights right here. All right, let's compare these pictures. See if they are the same. Hold on one second. Shit. One second, y'all. This is interesting. I don't know. Because I see black right here. Oh, but it's right there. Yeah, I think it's the same. I think it's the same. Pretty sure. Let me go back to this video. I'll tell you what, let's see if this is the same picture. Yep, it's the same picture. It's the exact same picture. Let's look at this. Let's see if it's smaller. Does it look like a flood? Could it be confused as a camera? I don't know. Same reflection as the windows. Yep. Look at that. Yep, same reflection as the windows. Same picture. Yep. So it's not a camera. And this, but you see, this right here is photos after or before they move in, allegedly. These are public photos. Tiny enclosed so-called sunroom. Yeah. Love you all. Thank you again, Lisa. Thank you again, Trusley. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate you all so much. God bless. I appreciate you so much, troopers. I appreciate you all. Truly. I know you guys try like me every single day. So, love you guys. I will see you tomorrow, Lord willing. Get some rest. Good night, and God bless.